Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Alice Takeover. Yeah, that's not really my last name, but it's just for fun. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips that photographers can use to book models more efficiently. If you haven't seen my channel before, I'm a traveling freelance model that's bringing more awareness to the freelance modeling photography industry. So I started this YouTube channel in order to start helping freelance models find their way and to help photographers better understand traveling freelance models' perspectives. And I'll tell you, when I first picked up a camera and I started filming from behind it of models, and not only models but for my YouTube channel, it was very daunting for me, and I know that the experience could be the same for you when you're first reaching out to models and photographing them and not knowing how to address it exactly. So let me help you through some of those hiccups that you might be having and give you a couple tips and insights on how traveling freelance models think when they're booking for photo shoots. So we're going to start with step number 1. Be professional in your messaging. When you're first reaching out to a model for a booking, your messages should be very clear, concise, and should list all of the details necessary in order for the model to decide if it's the right photo shoot for them to book with you or not. Single sentence phrases like, "Oh, I want to shoot with you," or "I hope to meet you someday," or "I really love your look and I'd love to shoot with you sometime," isn't really going to get you anywhere. Many freelance models such as myself and many other professionals who do this as their full-time job are looking for the inquiries that immediately address the pay rate, the location details, accommodation details, travel details, and the overall theme and genres that we're going to be shooting at the particular photo shoot you have in mind. I know it must be really exciting to start reaching out to models and show your enthusiasm for booking photo shoots, but don't message a model with no intention to actually hire her. Don't be embarrassed to ask her in detail what kind of photo shoot you're looking for, because when you beat around the bush and you don't tell the model exactly what you're looking for and how you're willing to book with her, she may just ignore your message and never get back to you. And then the next time you message her, she probably will just ignore it and not pay any mind to it. So when you message models, you're going to want to make sure that you include all of the details of the photo shoot in which you're looking to book and show the utmost professionalism in your messaging as well. Please don't call models pet names like baby or sweetie or honey. This is just like any other business. You should be calling models by professional names. You should only be calling them by their professional name that they have listed online. Also keep in mind that professional paid traveling models like myself don't do trade for print shoots for anybody. So when you see a professional traveling freelance model, don't reach out to them expecting them to like your portfolio and lead them on like they're gonna get paid and then just say, "Oh, I only do trade for print," or "I don't pay models." That's just not respecting our job, because there are many people who pay us for our work. And if you're just looking for trade for print and you're not willing to pay, it just wastes our time messaging you. And it wastes your time because you don't end up getting a photo shoot. So on to my second tip. When you first start to message models inquiring about booking photo shoots with them, you're gonna want to provide an updated portfolio and updated model references for them to speak with. Meaning you should provide your portfolio to the models, and all of the models that you've worked with in the past should be listed in each photo that each model is in. When providing references to models for reference checking, you're going to only want to provide public information, not phone numbers or emails, but other social media handles that models can look up easily. It's more professional for models to reach out to other models via social media or whatever modeling platform you're using, not any personal private information such as phone numbers or emails. Your portfolio should also be very clear to see, and it should be easy for the model to locate and look at. Some models are kind of particular in which genres they like to shoot, so the style in which you shoot may be intriguing for one model, whereas for another one it may not be so much. In my case, and like so many others, I appreciate everybody's shooting styles, and I'm very willing to work with almost everyone. And you'll find that almost every freelance traveling model is very open to many sorts of genres and styles of shooting. Share your portfolio confidently. You worked really hard to make it what it is today. So on to my third tip. If you don't have a portfolio, start building one. So I know what you're thinking. It could be really hard to get a hold of models to be able to work with in the first place to be able to build the portfolio. But a good place to start is actually in your hometown, just working with friends and family. And if you don't have friends and family, just walk around the park with your camera and people will see that you're around as a photographer and may approach you and ask for pictures. You can also walk around town with your camera and with your business cards and hand those business cards out to all sorts of people in order to start building up model clientele. You have to start by shooting people first. And from regular portrait photography, you can start to book with local models. And with the more local models you work with, then you'll be able to start booking professional traveling freelance models regularly. And now we're on to tip number 4. Be confident when you message models. Models are going to be more apt to book with you if you show your confidence level in saying, "Hey, I really appreciate the work that you're putting out there. I have this photo shoot idea that I'd really love to work with you on, and I hope that you would be interested too. Here's all the details, here's my model references, and here's my updated portfolio and the time frame, location, and pay rate rate of the photo shoot. Let me know if you're interested. Please get back to me at, this contact information, or if it's on a modeling website, you could just have them reply right there on the modeling website and then sign your name. And then most every freelance model who's active on those websites will get right back to you. Showing confidence when booking models is key. You don't want to be too squirrely when messaging them, like just kind of beating around the bush and not getting to the main point, or otherwise the models aren't going to be as motivated to message you back. Now, if you provide all the details and you show how serious you are, they will message you right back. And onto our final tip number 5. If a model that you really wanted to work with doesn't get back to you, just keep moving on and work with other models that might interest you. It's not uncommon and nothing to take personally if a model doesn't get back to you. Unfortunately, many models have this tendency of being really flaky or unresponsive and just overall unprofessional themselves. And quite frankly, just a lot of them get really busy and caught up in other things too much to check their messages sometimes. This is why it's so important when you're messaging a model initially to give out as many professional details leading up to the photo shoot as possible. That way, when the model does open your message, she can get right to the point on what kind of photo shoot you're looking for and respond appropriately. And believe me, I'm a model and I got into photography recently, and when I message models, I'm still super timid about getting these responses back from them. Even though I feel like I'm one of them, I still feel super nervous in messaging them and going, hey, I want to have a photo shoot with you, because I'm always hoping that I don't get rejected. But inevitably, you will get rejected in this industry by some models, and that's totally okay. Unfortunately, not every model is going to want to work with every single photographer, and depending on where the model is in her life, with her own personal growth journey and with her own financial development, she just may not be ready to shoot with you just yet. So don't take these things personally. I know how daunting it can be to message models and just hoping that they would respond to you right away. Heck, it's not even the end of the world if none of them get back to you initially. That just means you probably have to beef up your portfolio a little more and provide a few more references before actually being able to book with anyone. Just remember, this is a very prestigious industry and it's not easy to get into. But if you take all the right steps, you definitely can become a notable photographer to all of the models very fast. And once you get in good reputation standing with one model, it spreads like wildfire. If you come forward as a good and professional photographer right from the get-go, models will start to message you first to work with you. So if you don't get messaged back right away by many of these models, don't give up. Eventually you'll break into the industry and become a very notable photographer to all the models in the industry. I hope this video gave you a little bit of insight on what models are looking for when booking. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, feel free to subscribe, and feel free to leave me a comment down below, because your feedback matters to me in making the best videos for our modeling photography industry. I want to help out as much as I can, both models and photographers. Thanks again for your continued support, and I'll see you on the next video.